dancing. Got some good dance moves. Look at those moves. Kennedy McCall dancing it up. Reese. Reese, come with your dance move. Right here.
I think they're clearing the road now, so. No, they're clearing the road now. The cops coming down. I'm not on audio, right? Oh, am I?
Your dance move.
Ladies and gentlemen, we broadcast the Dubois 2025 4th of July Parade. All right, folks, we are about to begin our 2025 Dubois, Wyoming 4th of July parade. No better parade in the state, in my opinion, and no offense to our friends and neighbors in Lander. But when we have the National Museum of Military Vehicles, this is the best celebration. All right, folks, glad to be here. Shireen, the Adventure Queen, on the scene for the Dubois 4th of July parade. Have our friends Kyle from the Honey House and the Rustic Pine and Susan with the Dubois Chamber on the audio, the PA, I would say, for this parade. So if you're in person, that's what you would hear. If you're watching this on County 10's YouTube channel, welcome. This is the best parade in the state, in my opinion, and I'm so glad. Want to thank some of our sponsors, the Lore Foundation, doing amazing work in the community, B&M Septic and Excavation, Smart Insurance, Golden Buffalo recently in there and saw some great pieces. Some amazing Wyoming pieces and other sparklers. If you're getting engaged, that's a place you want to go. Fremont County Fair and Gambles as well. Big shout out to them for helping out with the 4th of July parade. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Shireen, the Adventure Queen. We have a great parade in store for you, including those military vehicles. That's right. What's very special about Dubois, Wyoming, a town of 999 people that triples in size on the day of the 4th of July parade. It's because this is such a great party, such a great community, but the National Military Vehicle of the National Museum of Military Vehicles is just one of a kind. And so we'll be showing you the parade. The culmination of the parade itself is the military vehicles, and it's just a sight to see. It chokes me up every time. I get emotional. It's just one of the coolest things, and so just glad to have you with us for the parade today. Again, I'm Shireen with County 10. Glad to be here. I'll be checking some stuff out, making sure that you know what's going on here for the parade. And we're going to have some fun here. Kathy's going to let me squeeze in with her a little bit. Kathy, is that okay? Am I okay next to you? Okay, okay. Then I can see a little bit better with you.
Yeah, the veteran foreign war.
Scott, you want to move the camera so that I don't sit in the front? Sorry about that. I did a last-minute change. Our Veterans of Foreign War, the Ramar Brown Post, 156, will be starting our parade. Woo!
Lily, are you up front? Look at that cop.
Ooh, that got me emotional. I teared up a little bit at that one, but that's our national anthem. 4th of July, Independence Day, glad to be here. This is what it's all about. Celebrating our independence and this great nation. Being able to be here in Dubois. Being able to provide this parade for you. Being able to have the freedom to do this. Thinking about the brave men and women, past, present, and future, that will fight for our country and continue to make this. And speaking of our veterans, this is our Veterans Foreign War Ramar Brown Post here in town. You can find the V Cafe in the VFW too here in Dubois. I love it. So a big shout out to the VFW. This is the Ramar Brown Post, 156. Showing their pride. They've got the flags on display. Some cheers of the USA, that's right. This is our Patriot Riders. You see the motorcycles that are coming across right now. These are the Patriot Riders. They've got about 5 to 10 motorcycles that come and are involved in these Patriot rides across different 4th of July parades. Thank you to the Patriot Riders for being here for the best celebration in Wyoming for the 4th of July. We have our Grand Marshal, Hugh Boyd Livingston Jr. with Grant Shear, Wyoming Mercantile, and 3 Spear Ranch. That's right, your Grand Marshal on display right now. All right, big shout out to Suzanne and the Dubois Chamber of Commerce, always doing great work celebrating Wyoming's heritage here in Dubois. A big shout out to Suzanne, who does a wonderful job. Just glad to be here and showing you this wonderful parade. If you can't be here today in Dubois, you're probably partaking and watching this feed. It's a phenomenal celebration. And what's great, too, is you can stay where you're at in Lander or wherever, and you can watch this and partake and really be able to see this on display here. We have the Wind River Hotel and Casino. Big shout out to the Wind River Hotel and Casino. They have a great float here, throwing some cool swag as well. So thank you to the Wind River Hotel and Casino. Following the casino, we have our Headwaters Arts and Conference Center. They've got their big flatbed trailer with the Uncle Sam hat on top, proudly displaying US of A for this 4th of July parade. All right, our next crew is the National Bighorn Sheep Center, which will be following here. We've had a little hiccup, but right now we have our Headwaters Arts and Conference Center on display here. And it looks like they're going to open up some stuff here. Might let some folks out real quick. Ooh, they got a balloon or a ball they're throwing out, all kinds of swag and goodies. Woohoo! All right, the Headwaters Arts and Conference Center throwing out some great swag. They even have an accordion player. Did you highlight the accordion player on this float? The accordion player? Did you see? We do have an accordion player that's playing on display here. Here we go. Headwater Arts and Conference Center, great place for events, for weddings, and other great happenings for the community. National Bighorn Sheep Center, big shout out to the crew here. I took an eco tour with them. They've got a couple of assistants riding up front. One of them's driving the truck, if you can't see. Driving the truck, that was you'll have to go back and see that if you didn't check it out, but they have a great display of one of our iconic members of our wildlife, The Bighorn Sheep, that's right. The Bighorn Sheep, National Bighorn Sheep Center. Thank you to the crew, and again, Eco Tours. If you're interested in an eco tour, then contact National Bighorn Sheep Center. Elite Twirlers, Victoria Higman, walking was, you may have seen the Sons of the American Revolution kind of following behind the National Bighorn Sheep Center, decked in the regalia of the Revolutionary War. This is Peak Excavation. Yes, big shout out to Peak Excavation on the broadcast, bringing out one of their big guns to the show as well. Thank you so much to Peak Excavation for being out here. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a storm that might be rolling through here, and if that happens, then we'll definitely be getting some of our video stuff. Opportunity Shop also coming through here. Golf cart cruising around there. Opportunity Shop following Peak Excavation. CM Ranch is always an iconic float for the 4th of July. CM Ranch and their water. Hopefully they don't blast anything here. Got my shoes wet. That's about it. We're good. We're in the clear, guys. We're in the clear on the water there. But this storm that's rolling through might be a different story. CM Ranch, they have their antique fire truck. You'll see it here from time to time in Dubois. Oh my God. Nana's Bowling and Bakery also coming through there. Ace Mountain Hardware. Reed. Oh wait, Nana's Bowling and Bakery is coming up. I'm sorry. This is all still part of the CM Ranch. Sorry about that. I'm having stuff blow away here in the middle of the broadcast. What?
That's okay. It is videoing, I think. You're hoping it was quick. We should have known better. We should have known better.
All right, as we continue with the CM Ranch, big shout out to them. We have Nana's Bowling and Bakery coming up. You'll see the iconic bowling pin. That's a part of the broadcast and the parade as well. They do a fantastic job. They brought something to the community that really hasn't been here before. That's an opportunity for some bowling and arcade, some food, and just a community place to be able to spend some time together. So nothing like a 4th of July parade in the middle of the crazy winter like elements here, where we have a storm rolling through. Thankfully we don't have the H word, but we do have some wind and some potential rain on the forecast here, just a little bit of rain too. So following our friends Nana's Bowling and Bakery, Ace Mountain, we have Reed Rasner, Omni Fest Financial. I'm having a hard time holding my paper.
Yeah.
No, I can't hold my paper. All right, we have Outlaw Bone Daddy Knives. We are here at the Dubois 4th of July Parade again, welcoming you here. We have a little adverse conditions as far as weather goes. We have some wind and some rain, but this is nothing Wyomingites can't handle, so we're all still out here bundled up and enjoying some of the festivities. Teton Valley Ranch Cam, big shout out to them. They were following the Outlaw Bone Daddy, because only in Wyoming do we have the Outlaw Bone Daddy Saloon as a part of our 4th of July parade. But, you know, anything goes here in Dubois. It's a great place, great community, great business owners partners, great folks that live here, and great folks that visit. If you're a visitor of this great area, we welcome you here, and we're so excited that you're here for the Dubois 4th of July parade. We have our Dubois Fish Hatchery here with Wyoming Game and Fish. Excited for them to be here. I'm getting my jacket on real quick, folks. It's a little chilly out. But I went over to the secondhand store and bought this jacket because I came up here and I was like, oh, I don't have a jacket. It's about to be rainy and cold. So here I am. I'll get bundled up here and get this microphone covered up, my cell phone covered up. I'm good to go. We're Wyomingites. We're set. Okay, back to the action here. Things have kind of delayed for a moment after the fish hatchery, but we have our friends at the National Wild Turkey Federation that are following here, just a little bit behind, but Joan and the crew with the National Wild Turkey Federation, we love them. They're awesome. They do so much work for our area. Just was able to spend some time with this crew at the Wyoming Outdoor Weekend. Again, they're just good people, great folks, and thank you to them for being out here for the National Wild Turkey Federation and for the 4th of July parade. And Dubois, the weather's okay, I got too far from the plug. Okay. All right, I have to be professional. All right, folks, shout out to our sponsors real quick. Lore Foundation, B&M Septic and Excavation, Smart Insurance, Golden Buffalo, Fremont County Fair, and Gambles as well. This is our friends of, this is our Western States Propane. We did have our friends of the Dubois Museum as well. Western States Propane offering great services for the area, involved in the community, as you see, for the 4th of July parade. We have fallen a few degrees. We were in the mid-60s when we started the parade. I imagine we're down to the low 60s, if not 60 currently right now. As you know, if you're visiting Wyoming, if you're visiting Dubois for the 4th of July, you want to make sure that you pack your gear. You're going to want to pack your gear for spring, summer, winter, and fall, because you never know what's going to happen here for the 4th of July and for the Dubois parade. We already got folks packing up, right? Yeah, it's getting a little, yeah, see, she's packing it up because things are a little bit suspect here, and folks are ready to maybe go watch comfortably from their vehicles. So we have the Dubois Friday Night Rodeo. Thank you so much to them. They have their awesome rodeo later tonight, Friday night, with 4th of July falling on a Friday, of course. They have Dubois throughout the rodeos throughout the summer, in Dubois, and some great candy throwers there, including, they have pink nights and other community nights where they're raising funds for other organizations. So not just for the rodeo awareness, but recently they had their Casting for Recovery night, and they raised a lot of funds there for the folks with Casting for Recovery. And thank you to the Dubois Rodeo Association. Windhaven RV and Resort. Windhaven RV and Resort is on the ATVs here. So Windhaven RV and Resort, following our Dubois Rodeo Association. I think we'll take a 30-second break here in just a moment and hear from some of our sponsors here for the 4th of July Dubois parade. Anything goes here. We're in a little bit of a rainstorm, but nothing matters because we're still having fun, right, buddy? Yeah, say hi to everybody.
Gambles of Lander offers unbeatable value and unbeatable selection. Gambles is committed to bringing you the top name brand furniture, mattresses, appliances, all at extremely low prices. From the sale to delivery to installation and service, their goal is to meet and exceed all customer needs. Plus, work with you to find a product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Stop in today and browse all of the new inventory that has recently become available. Gambles, turn around, shop in town. 420 Main Street, Lander.
All right, we are back here for the Dubois 4th of July parade. I'm Shireen, the Adventure Queen, in an adventure as we are in a rainstorm here in Dubois. Big shout out to Gary Spence Method, traveling in the parade as well, and the Mount Calvary Lutheran Church coming through too, so we'll see them here momentarily. We have more parade support. Love seeing them with the National Museum of Military Vehicles. We serve, this is the Lions Club, Riverton and Dubois. That's the Riverton and Dubois Lions Club. That's right. Hey, I'm just telling you right now, Wyomingites know what it's like to be in the weather. We're not gonna go anywhere for the parade. We're gonna stick around here. We're gonna stick through it for the 4th of July parade. That's right. We're here in Dubois and we're loving it. We got our horses too that are sticking it out in the elements. They were bred for this. They were born for this. And of course, the big culmination of this parade is the National Museum of Military Vehicles, and they end the night here, as you will see many vehicles from the Military Museum. And I don't know all their names, folks. They really have some interesting names. And I don't know all the names of the different outfits. But they're showing off some sound, showing off some waves here as well, as we have our great crew with the National Museum of Military Vehicles. Things are getting cold here, folks. We're dropping into the 50s right now. 50s on 4th of July for a lot of folks is unheard of, but not necessarily here in Wyoming, as we're dealing with a lot of these elements out here. So just glad people are sticking around, glad people are having fun, enjoying. We have one of our big monster tanks that's rolling through right now. So enjoy this and remember why we celebrate our independence, as we thank our past, present, and future men and women who fight and have fought for our freedom. And thank you to the National Museum of Military Vehicles. Again, the culmination for the best 4th of July celebration in the state of Wyoming. I love it, I'm proud of it, and I'm glad you're able to watch it today. Even though it's been a little hectic, it's been a little rainy, the weather hasn't quite cooperated, but we're still loving every single minute of it. So thank you so much to everybody who's come out, just celebrating this great country and our independence. Take my shades off a little bit here. Woo! Everybody's climbing down under the awning here. I went to the secondhand store and bought this a moment ago here in Dubois. They have one of the great secondhand stores in the state. And they're open every 4th of July. The ladies do a wonderful job there. And I went in there because I was like, you know what? I know it's going to rain. I know it's going to be cold. So glad that able to grab this here. I can't remember what that one says. Something of darkness. Also, one of the big ends of this parade is the firefighters with their water. It is raining this year, so they don't get as much joy out of it as they usually would, but they get to soak the crowd, although the crowd will be a little soaked by the time the firefighters get to them. Again, we welcome our tanks and our military vehicles from the National Museum of Military Vehicles, who have a really cool Iwo Jima presentation tomorrow that starts at 2 o'clock. That will be with an amazing speaker. There is a flag that is in the National Museum of Military Vehicles that was on Iwo Jima with the gentleman who will be speaking. It's very cool, very iconic, and your chance to see that will start tomorrow at 2 o'clock at the National Museum of Military Vehicles. So again, 2 o'clock for that presentation with Iwo Jima. And thank you so much again for coming out to whatever 4th of July celebration you went to. But for in particular, watching this celebration, it gives me the chills. It is one of the best presentations in the country. It really allows for the independence. It allows for the freedom of a small mountain town here in Dubois, Wyoming. Population of 990, and it triples for the 4th of July. Some of our awesome sponsors: Lore Foundation, B&M Septic Excavation, Smart Insurance, Golden Buffalo, Fremont County Fair, and Gambles. As we get our tanks through here, I do want to give a big shout out to Crooked Creek Ranch, Crooked Creek Guest Ranch, but in particular Wind River Services. They are the folks that do their trail rides, and it is Drew and Callie and their family. They're just adorable, and I was able to spend some time with them recently, and it was really, it was spectacular. So Wind River Services, look them up. Crooked Creek Guest Ranch in Dubois. Love for you to check them out. Affordable options for trail rides and other excellent options and information with the Crooked Creek Guest Ranch. National Museum of Military Vehicles on display. You can always visit this wonderful museum. You can partake in the wonderful cafe. They have speakers and events and ways that you can continue that knowledge and remember our history. Bring your kids always to the National Museum of Military Vehicles as we encourage that education and that promotion and that support of our veterans, past, present, and future. And these cool, iconic military vehicles that some some of these are iconic and you'll never ever see again out in the world of war. But they're right here, right outside of Dubois, Wyoming. Well, I'm always a fan of Smokey the Bear, who's going to be involved in the last little bit of this parade, so he can't take off. There is a dog that's a part of that tank. Thanking to everybody who's volunteered to sit on the tanks and throw candy and be here as part of the National Museum of Military Vehicles. And our Fremont County Search and Rescue providing a resource and a service that we hope you don't need, but if you do need it, Fremont County Search and Rescue is here for you. As well as Dubois Search and Rescue. Being in an area like a mountain town, Dubois provides an extremely important resource up here for folks that are recreating out in the outdoors in the mountains and may need help from Dubois Search and Rescue. Great crew, and glad to have them here for the 4th of July Dubois Parade. Then, of course, we have Smokey the Bear that's rolling through like the celebrity that he is. Smokey the Bear, of course, telling you that only you can prevent forest fires. I'm Shireen, the Adventure Queen, that does it for us. 4th of July Parade, that's it. We're in the rain, we're covering up, we're having some fun because that's how we do it here in Dubois, Wyoming. Hope to see you next year.